Hello everyone, Treecks here, and welcome back to Donkey Kong 64. We are currently still in Creepy Castle, and hopefully we are not going to be in here for much longer, because we are going to be continuing with the final Kong, but we need to actually clear this level off with. Chunky has over 80 banana coins right now. Actually decided to start off right over here after discovering there were some more banana coins over here. But what do you say we actually start spending them on the final thing we need to buy in this game. Let's go into the upper corridor, the two corridors near Banana Port 1, like I always call them. Here we can also pick up some bananas and of course get the Cosplet, who's also running around in this area. And then make our way towards Candy, finally. Something I should have done right at the start of the stage, I know, but since this upgrade is completely useless, we might as well wait until the final Kong. Let's at least pick this guy up. And let's make our way towards this area over here. Because that's where Candy is. And even more banana coins for Chunky. 87. He deserves to spend a few. It's your lucky day, Chunky. For just 9 coins, I can now upgrade your instrument. I'm sure you won't be disappointed. How about it? Very predictable what we're going to receive. All Kongs will get the second upgrade to their instrument. Nothing too spectacular about this. I've upgraded all your instruments, so they've now got more musical energy, just like last time. Repairs are all I can do for you now. I've given you everything else I have. And therefore we don't have to see you ever again, because even repairs are not worth coming to you for. Well, anyway, let's continue in this corridor. Even though we don't need to go into the dungeon, we do need to continue on this pathway in order to get all of the bananas for Chunky over here. This place we don't have to go into. That we've already quickly done. In between Diddy's business. We should be at 75 the moment we are out of here. And we are. Let's go! Only 5 more banana medals to find in the game. This was the final one in this stage at least. Now, of course, we still need to go check off the golden bananas as well. We did already find the Cosplet, the blueprints therefore. But there's still some regular golden bananas left as well, of course. One at the museum and one at the greenhouse area. Greenhouse area is what we're going to do first. Let's go see. Yeah, I'm getting paranoid for skipping lines, so don't want to take any risks. It already happened twice to me that I forgot about a couple of bananas because of not reading the lines correctly. Well, besides the greenhouse there is a little shack, and that we can primate punch in order to enter. And find ourselves the next golden banana challenge. And here we need to kill all of the enemies, which you can make easier for yourself by opening this box. And find yourself a chunky pad, so you can make yourself invisible. So these guys won't swoop in on you. However, I have a different method. First I have the banana balloon. As you can see, these bats are not even bothering you at all. The best way to take care of them is simply using your instrument. Not too sure why the game thinks giving you an invisible pad is a good idea here. Just use a screen nuke. Way more effective. And the banana will appear on the pad. Number 191. And Chunky is standing diagonally on the pad. Well, anyway. That is something funny that can always happen in the game. In the meantime, we are on our way out of here. Yeah. We only have one more golden banana in this stage, excluding the bananas we're going to receive from Snide. Our final objective is going to be at the museum. One of the first switches that we actually met in the stage while climbing upward with Donkey Kong. But we never went in here, didn't we? Well, at least not officially. We did come here with Tiny, of course, but she actually warped around the place with her monkey ports. But Chunky is officially going into the museum. The actual corridor. In the previous episode I did talk about Tiny and the windows that you pass by, not being able to enter the corridor. Chunky's going to be the one to pass through there. Usually the windows are not per se a mystery, because I always do Tiny before Chunky. But now let's go into the actual exhibit, shall we? Let's go see what's going on in here. Of course, even in here some ghosts are running around. Of course, in here there's also balloons flying around. And of course in here is a golden banana. However, in order to make sure it stays active, we need to find something to hold the switch down. It is obviously a pressure switch. And of course, homing ammo. Once the enemies are out of the way, we can hit the balloon. 95. We need to find 5 more of those, and those are also going to be in this room. So, perfect. Now, let's go start punching these switches. It's not per se obvious, but these things we can definitely hit. This will happen if we do. We'll open up you. And that will give us a rock. And also the final banana bunch, by the way. It's also going to be in here. Because the moment we pick up the rock, looky what we have here. The final bananas in the game. At least the final regular bananas. We're still not done yet when it comes to golden ones. Let's keep this thing open. And get banana number 4. The final loose banana in this stage. All that remains is the 5, or must I say 6 bananas that Schneid actually has for us. We still have the overworld blueprint for Diddy on us as well, of course. It's going to give us 6 golden bananas. And therefore saying, let's get there really quickly. Because if we can quickly take care of all of the bananas for Schneid, which is of course going to take a while, then we hopefully still have enough time to also do the boss of this stage in this episode. Not in the next episode, in this episode. Let's really quickly make our way to warpath number 5. Schneid is all the way at the top of the castle. You might have seen him multiple times. We've been there quite a lot. Unlike some of the previous stages, now we're finally going to do him all the way. All 5 of the Kongs are going to visit him. Right this way. Almost, sir. Chunky first. Chunky always has a lot of trouble long jumping into doorways. And therefore it is funny to do. I'm afraid this is going to be a very long array of a lot of animations put together. Yeah, indeed. This is going to take a while. But it is going to be worth it. Golden banana number 193. We're getting places. For Chunky, this was the final blueprint, by the way, in the entire game. It is going to be for most Kongs that will pay his visit. Except for Donkey Kong. His blueprint is going to be in the World 8 lobby, and therefore something we do not have yet. We do have every other one. For Diddy it's going to be 2 even. The overworld blueprint we did not turn in yet. We did for Tiny, and also for Lanky. So the end is coming near. That is just what we need. Yeah, the one with the punching glove I never really understood. That one is not really doing anything. 194. Golden banana number 22 for the stage. 3 more to do. Let's switch to Lanky. Ooh, awesome jump. At least with that camera angle. Lanky Kong. With him I always like doing the orang stand, of course. Should be doing this more often. Almost, sir. Once again, almost. Video is entering 10 minutes. right now. Yeah, I think we've got enough time to do the boss as well. Only have to go through this animation twice more. The boss is not going to take 10 minutes this time around. One of my favorite boss fights to do, actually. Really love that boss fight. But hopefully also not a long one. We can actually put ourselves right at the doorstep of the finale of this game. And I'm getting stuck in this guy. Nice. I'm really starting to like all of these low frame rate jumps. Looks awesome. But now it is time for us to turn in 2 blueprints. Really putting up a good score for our golden banana total. Approaching the 200 bananas. Man, we've done a lot of work in 40 episodes time. Kick. Punch. Here's the first one. And the second one. Overworld blueprint and creepy castle blueprint. Total 197. And we still have one more. Donkey Kong also has a blueprint. And then we can quickly make our way towards Truff and Scuff. And put an end to the final regular stage of the game. Donkey Kong, you started this place. You will also finish it. Second to last blueprint in the game. So that the end is drawing near as well. There's only one more in the overworld. In a position we couldn't reach earlier. And therefore we don't have it yet. Also still one more regular banana to find in there, of course. If you've kept count, you should know. There's also still one more regular banana in the overworld. That one is for Chunky. The only one who's not at 5 yet. But Donkey Kong is at 5. Not in overworld, but he is in Creepy Castle. 198. Banana number 25 of Creepy Castle is ours. And that leaves only one more collectible in Creepy Castle. The key. The second to last key in the game. Only World 8 having one more. But we first need the one for World 7 before we're allowed to go in there. The easiest Truff and Scuff to enter is the one near Warpath number 4, I think. So allow me to use that one. Of course, like every world, there are more. But this is the easiest one to access because of it being near one of the banana ports. Just warp to banana port 4. Check the wall of the castle. It is that easy. There's no reason to use another one and then this one. Alright, boss time. Let's get started with Donkey Kong. This guy actually needs 400 bananas and therefore this is also going to take a while. This boss fight is going to be special in a sense. So far, all of the bosses have been taken on by a certain Kong. And this one is the first one that's going to be special. We will still start with a set Kong, forced to being start with a certain Kong. But the boss fight will actually work a bit different. It's not going to be exclusive to one Kong. At least it can be if you do it perfectly, but yeah, I think I'll explain it during the fight. It's way easier. I could explain it now, but needs a bit more context, I think. Just saying, the Kong that you start with is always going to be the same one. So it is still a boss fight with a set Kong, you might say. Just not exclusively. And that Kong is going to be Lanky, and therefore the third one is not going to be Lanky. Pick someone else. For bananas 200 till 100. And that makes 300. Of course you're playing with the butterflies. And finally, Lanky. He is always going to be the first one who starts the fight. And of course he also has the most amazing animation when it comes to giving bananas. He's really like, here you go, here you go. Waving both of his arms around. Even though he did stop doing it now for some reason. Okay, looked interesting. But back to serious business. Back to boss fights. This is going to present us the final regular boss in the game. What is it we have to deal with? A very interesting and unique boss fight coming up. Well, it starts off similar to the second Armadillo fight. With critters actually building something. And once again they're using their hands to hammer and their feet. What is it that they're building this time around? Rool? A cardboard Rool? Seriously? But anyway, what we need to do is use the cannons in order to attack it. And oh yeah, don't mind the silly voice acting this thing has. Let's make our way back to the central platform. Wait for it to pop up again. Avoid the laser attack, of course. And then try to calculate it in such a way that you're able to hit it with another cannon, like this. You can pop up in all four of the directions and make sure not to miss him. Make sure not to attack him while he's quickly popping up for a laser attack, because then you'll never have the time to get him in time. Wait for him to appear without his laser attack and then go for him. Yeah, like this. He's not attacking me, so he's going to stay around for a bit longer and then we can hit him. After a couple of hits, his first body part will actually fall off. The second part will begin. Ghosts will also appear on the central platform, which you can use to heal yourself if you get hit by the enemies in the water and such. Make sure not to miss him, because if you actually shoot your cannon and don't hit the cardboard Rool, you will actually lose that Kong. And that is how this fight actually works. You've got 5 chances to try to hit him. If you miss with one of your Kongs, another Kong will pop up from the stag barrel, and you can continue the boss fight, but you will have lost Lanky or any other Kong that you also miss with. And that is basically how this works. And only once all 5 of your Kongs are over the walls and out of the fight, then you actually game over and need to start over. That's the gist of this fight. That is also the reason why Lanky is pictured as a question mark in the tag barrel. The moment you lose him, he stays gone forever. But anyway, this should have been the second phase. Yeah, this second arm will break off. And now time for the third part of the fight, which is the most difficult one by far. As you can hear already by his silly voice. He's really popping up everywhere now. His laser attack is also still here. Wait for him to return to his pattern. Yeah, this one. He will pop up really fast now, as you can hear. Making it super difficult to hit him, but he will pop up in a certain pattern. It's a little bit difficult to see, but he will actually shift around to the counterclockwise order always. That you need to use in order to calculate where he's going to pop up, and that way time which cannon you need to go into. Just time it correctly. But now. And that is how you need to do it. Just wait for him to be 90 degrees away from you, and then the moment he pops up on your side, enter the cannon, and then you will hit him. It can be a bit complicated, but that is how this guy works. Like this. Awesome. Let's go finish this fight with just Lanky. Not using a single spare Kong. I can do this fight perfectly. I usually do. Not something to be proud of per se, because it's in all honesty not really that difficult. Now. And that should be it. There goes his head. As long as we don't do it with the real Rool, then I don't mind. all that hard work for you guys. Donkey Kong! Donkey Kong is the master. Donkey Kong is not here because Lanky did it all by himself. Oh, all of these glowy effects in the water looks nice. But eventually we still need to pick up the key. Let's try not to get killed by this enemy over here. That would be funny actually. Spawning the key by defeating the boss. And then letting yourself get killed by the final ghost enemy on the platform. Let's not do things that are too weird. It's probably going to break the game or something like that. As if the game is not already broken here on this emulator. Time for us to leave. Creepy Castle has been finished. And for us to continue, we need to find our way into the World 8 lobby and get ourselves the 2 final golden bananas of this game. First things first. In order to open World 8, we need to go towards Kalamsi and give him key number 7. You could also give key number 6 at the same time, but that one I've already handed out. But you do need both of them in order to initiate the cutscene that will open up the jaws of K. Rool's Island, which is going to be the lobby for World 8. Hideout Helm. Time for us to take care of that, shall we? And I went all the way around it. Go me. I should have gone the other way. Key number 7. Here you go. Yay! After key number 6, we did already see it tried to open, but it was not good enough. It needed a second earthquake. And now it will open up and stay open. The final Cusplet and the final bonus barrel in the game are now within our grasp. However, that is of course something we're going to do next time. This is enough for this episode. Let's go finish off with a shot of our favorite little crocodile, who is going to be released pretty soon. Treecks out! See you folks next time.